not gonna go to prison. I don't wanna be there because 6-8 months we took my life on the street because I'm different. Nobody's doing anything except the police will always abuse me. And I came out and I'm finding the same friend. He's keeping but I'm not allowed to be here. He is white. He was there for 4 hours. I was a victim 16 hours, no pain, no food, injured, head injury. And I was taken out in 26 hours. I've got my book, somebody gave me my book. It's me, it hurts, but I don't know. I was just going to go and I'll stay.
Oh, a job? That's good.
Because I'm sending something for deals.
That's good. If somebody offered you a job, that's the power of the Most High.
Yeah, but he's a man and he keeps wanting to touch his own.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, I'm not...
Don't lie,
I just
to
don't
man.
like to feel like that.
He's trying to take advantage of your
Hey, go to Deuteronomy.
Yeah, I'm sending this
let me check. Deuteronomy, I believe 21.
Oh, God bless.
Oh, for your son?
Yeah, no, I'm not, but I don't see him. I write to him.
You write to him?
I always send things to him.
Yeah. Just to let him know that you still care and that you think about him.
Yeah, I believe Deuteronomy 21 and 15, I believe.
What?
Yeah, take off your thing.
It was cold and then it just heated up again.
Oh, no, it's not even that.
Yeah?
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm in 21 and 15 now.
No. I think it's I keep on forgetting this thing, you know. That let me go and Exodus 21. Or is it Deuteronomy 22?
Okay, 22 and 15.
Hold on. Yeah. 22 and 28. Sister, listen to this, yeah?
You want me to read it, yeah? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and 28. And it reads, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, verse 29, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
Right, so in that situation, it shows you what marriage is. Like in old time, you couldn't just come and take a woman and have sex with her.
No.
You know what I'm saying? When you have sex with a woman, obviously now, fast forward now, how women are not virgin anymore. Especially you had a child and everything, you're not virgin anymore. But these old men, if he touches you, will you marry you? It's not. It's just a thing.
All the things because he has the stories which the thing is, I'm not choosing, but I am true to myself. I don't want to fall or beg because I need something. If he is serious about his flat, is filthy. I'm like, and I can kill it.
Right.
Finish business transaction to me. If he doesn't like it, no thank you.
That's right.
Oh, it's just like the way I'm so like I should come out with it, but I come out back. I find the girl who's doing that and she's doing that in this movie. And every time it's just what is it? Not today.
Go to Leviticus 19 and 29.
It is what it is. I just
Listen to this. We're gonna give you game. We're gonna arm you with knowledge. So when you're out there, you know what to do. Yeah. It's the most because Proverbs 20 and 24 says what he says, right? Man's going out. That's your favorite scripture because today you didn't know that. Did you know that we're gonna be here?
I just felt so much happy as I was coming down and then I see this color, I'm like, it's got to.
Yeah, it's the most time.
The person who carried my book was so heavy. I haven't seen him in 2 days and I'm thinking, I need to read. There was a new team in private. So I said, can I have the book when I was sleeping? They were there on Thursday. I said, I'm going on Saturday to see my family.
Right.
So he gave me the book.
Okay. All right, so this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 28.
Yeah.
Ye shall not make any
29.
Yeah, that's what I was saying here. 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Right,
so
speak about it. And then
so
go to 21 and 7.
In Israel, we are all family. So you could be my daughter, you could be my sister, you could be my cousin. We're all family. So we are ordered not to make our family members, which like I said, you could be my daughter, my cousin, my sister. We're not supposed to make any of our family members, any of the daughters of Zion, into whores, right? So what did you want me to go into now?
Yeah, so basically, he can't just have sex with
No.
you, man.
No.
Because sex is a secret thing. Sex is a covenant.
It's a
Sex
covenant
is
between a
marriage.
man and a woman.
Go
Exactly.
to Genesis quickly. Genesis 24 and 68, I believe.
Right. So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 24 and 68 and 67.
What does he say?
There's no 68. Oh wait, 24 you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no 68, man.
Let me double check.
It could be 25, maybe 25.
Yeah, 67.
Yeah, 67. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 67. And it reads, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent.
So Isaac took his wife, right, Rebecca, and he brought her into his mother's yard, like his house, his mother's house. Carry on.
And she became his wife,
And she became his wife.
and he loved her.
So
Let me
he,
read it
no,
over
you
again.
didn't read it
So that's
properly.
it, yeah, let me read it over
Read it properly.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah,
And took Rebecca, right?
and she became his wife.
He took Rebecca, meaning, you know, he had sex with Rebecca. Alright? So let's go now to, do you understand now? Sex do constitute marriage. My brother, why are you
Don't
taking
be
video of
sneaky
us?
like that.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey.
Oi.
Alright, other people can watch.
hey,
They can-
no.
You
My
can't
brother,
do that without permission.
why are you taking it without
That's very crafty and
ask us,
sneaky.
man?
That is against the law. You know.
It is.
Just to go and show your people so you can,
Well, you
but
know,
we're
it's-
rising anyway, there's nothing you can do about
Yeah,
that. Alright? We're rising up, man.
Yeah. What precept you want?
Yeah, Leviticus 21 and 7.
Right. Leviticus. They're so cheeky with it, man.
They think they can just come and, you know,
They think
it's just like
they
we're
have the
animals,
right.
like,
21:7, right?
they think they're in the zoo.
That's exactly what it is. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 7. They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither shall they take a woman, but put away from a husband.
Okay, so what it is this, right? That's the priesthood vow. The
Yeah,
priesthood is the example. So eventually, or ultimately, people in Israel, men in Israel, are going to have to do after, follow after the priest,
Exactly.
right? So what it is that I'm using that to show you what a harlot is, because you know in this modern society, all right, the definition of what a whore is or what a harlot is different from that of the Bible.
Biblical one.
All right, because in this system, a woman that has sex with men for money and things like that, that's a harlot, which is true, but deeply, if you go deeper, a woman is supposed to have one man her entire life. Her woman, the guy that enter her, all right, cannot put her away, man.
Exactly.
That's the reason why we under the curse, because
That's right.
you know,
That's
you can't
right.
even put
That's
your wife
right.
away.
No.
And the only time you, as a woman, you can have sex with the next man, meaning marry him, not just to have sex, to have fun,
Yeah.
is when he's dead. When you're
Exactly.
dead, when your husband passed away,
That's right.
that's when you can go to it. That's when it never meant. Otherwise, read it entirely. Read
Right.
it again, the Leviticus 21 and 7.
Yeah, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 21, and verse 7, and it reads, they shall not take a wife that is a whore. They meaning the sons of Aaron, but ultimately all of Yasha'Allah, because they set the example for everybody else. Yeah? They, the sons of Yasha'Allah, shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband,
Right.
or divorced from her husband.
Right. So if a man put a woman away, right, no man is supposed to get her.
Yeah.
No man in Israel, once you divorce, that's like a stigma on you, man. You die like that. no one will come and take you, man, unless the husband dies.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But in this society, we think that we can just go and take any, you know, even if a woman is betrothed to a man, no matter what, you should leave that alone because that's an energy. But our people are not trained to understand certain things, so they go along with it. But that's that Esau vibration on them, man.
That's right.
You know, because think about it, man. If a woman saves the man, yeah, that's his waters. It's already polluted. Then you go there gladly,
That's
I found a woman.
That's his soil. That's his you know, like when you have land and you plant it and you raise up your corn or your tomato.
Now we can say, oh, we're in captivity, so what can we do? But as high priest or as priest, we need to go to Deuteronomy 22, my brother.
Yeah.
22 and 7, man.
That's right.
This is what's happening right now that people don't understand, you know? People really don't understand what's going on. They think it's just like, do you mind being on the camera?
I don't mind, brother.
You don't mind, yeah?
It's a public space, man.
Yeah. But no, some people, they don't like, you know, being on camera, yeah? So that's why I have to ask, you know?
So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 7.
Yeah.
And it reads, but thou shalt in any wise let the dam go and take the young to thee.
Oh, no, what did I say? I say,
22 and
no,
7.
I think it's 32 and 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like Israel.
What Bible is it?
These one.
What Bible is reading?
Oh, King James.
King James.
Yeah. But people will say that, oh, King James, he was a white, was an homosexual. It's a lie.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay.
King James was a black man.
Oh, okay.
He was the last black king of England, Ireland, and Scotland.
What year was that?
That was before, that was like 1400, 13, you know, 15. Yeah, because black people used to rule before the white man came in power. Look, if you look at the heraldry, the coat of arms of England, of England, what do you see?
Your point is a very good point, but there's a reason why we don't do that. So the reason is, we have to preach the word to everybody. But our Father.
So brother, so if we were ruling before, this is my struggle.
Looking for many.
So we were ruling before, yeah.
The few.
Yes, we rule England.
We call them
and we rule Africa. I know we rule now.
The people that he chose.
Yeah, because that's the curse. Because we're the children of the Most High. Because we had a covenant with the Most High. We had a covenant. We are people of a covenant. We have to keep certain law, but we didn't keep it after a while. Okay, for example, the Sabbath. There's a day where people shouldn't work. Like you shouldn't cheat on you shouldn't have sex with someone else's wife. Yeah. That's adultery. A man should keep his beard. A woman should wear skirt and dresses. All right. You can't eat pork.
Yeah, but can't we advance from them?
No, you can't advance because God don't change. God don't change, man. God is the same yesterday and today. So look at the coat of arms now.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Look at the coat of arms.
Have chosen thee. He didn't say chosen everybody.
Look at the coat of
chosen
arms.
thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Look at the coat of arms. It's peaceful. I don't know what's going on. You will see something, man. You will see a lion.
Or choose you because you were
and,
born than any people. For you were the fewest of all.
And these white people treat us like this. I don't get it.
Because that's the way life is. They were under.
They know this.
Of course, the one on top know it. Maybe the one that you see, they don't know because they're ignorant. But the one on top, look. So what do you know? Of course, look. Even that, those three, like the one I have, that's the kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
He was like that.
They are black. Yeah, like the people from Jamaica, most of them are from the tribe of Benjamin.
They heard the word.
Right, so now you see this one.
So that's what it's not for everybody else.
No, that's the unity one.
We try to get everybody else.
You see a lion. Act.
Yes.
Can you bring me that precept about that you brought last time about? Bring me Deuteronomy. So you going? Okay.
Deuteronomy.
Bring. All right. Yeah. Bring Deuteronomy 21 and 33. No, 33 and 17.
33.
And then you bring the other one that you brought that talks about Judah and being a lion.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
numbers.
yeah. Listen to this, Rabbi. Listen to this.
33 and 23 you said?
No, 33 and 17, I believe.
33 and 17. Yeah. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 17.
Right.
And it reads, his glory is like the firstling of his bullock,
Right.
and his horns are like the horns of unicorn.
Right. So you see that? That's a unicorn. Look. That's a unicorn.
Yeah.
Finish it. You seen it.
Oh, okay.
That's a unicorn, right? Yeah. It's a unicorn.
Unicorn and a lion.
They have it on the coat arm, but there's a reason why.
Yeah.
We'll explain it to you.
Let me read it again. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
His glory is like the firstling of his bullock.
Right.
So let me mention something about the firstling too. So the firstling is the every firstborn. Hello?
Yeah, but you can speak about it.
Every firstborn, whether it be a child or whether it be an animal, is offered up unto the Lord Yahweh. So he basically has taken, that's his portion. He's taken them. And what happened was, after Aaron and the Levitical priests came along, they took the place of the firstborn. Yeah. So let me go back to that. Deuteronomy 33 and verse 17. His glory is like the firstling of his bullock.
Right.
And his horns are like the horns of unicorn.
Right. So carry on.
With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth.
Yep.
And they are the 10,000s of Ephraim.
Right. I think our viewers, our subscribers, and our brothers that are watching it, sisters as well, they know that by now because you spoke about it. So that means that we were telling that brother, edifying him about, because he said, we were talking about England. I said, no, we were ruling, in England.
Exactly.
So I was showing the coat of arm. Just by the coat of arm, you can understand that, it's because there's no lion in England.
In England, exactly.
So it talks about the lion of the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
So that's Judah.
That's right.
And the unicorn, that's Ephraim.
That's right.
Yeah. So the northern tribe and the southern tribe. Even I have a picture here. I'll show you.
It's back now.
I have a picture here. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Or even your ring, because the three lions on your ring.
I told him that. I told him because I think he's Jamaican, and I say, listen, even Jamaican, most of them they're from the tribe of Benjamin.
Yeah.
Let me show you something. There is a northern tribes here as well. Don't get it twisted. Northern tribe, they were here, mate. What's up? At the moment, I was going There's a guy, he looks just like a northerner, man. Just like a northerner. Yeah, look at this guy, bro. Look at this guy. You can't even see it properly.
No, I can't see it now.
Man, that's why I hate this sun.
No, but here's the thing though. When you put it in the camera, it shows clear. Because when I watch the video, it actually does. Even if you can't see it, it actually shows clear.
Look, if you see that guy, you will see. I hope you can see it. That's a northerner, man, ruling. You know what I'm saying? Part of the rulers as well, like in the UK, man.
Because all the things we showed on the last video, they showed clear. So yeah, just show it on the camera and it will show.
Yeah, so Northern Tribe, man, they were here. You know what I'm saying? They were here, man, with us, man. Yeah, let's edify the brother if you want, and then we're going to carry on, because that's what we're here for, man.
Right, so I read the Deuteronomy 33 and 17. So now this is the book of Numbers, chapter 24 and verse 8.
Bring that out.
And it reads, God, Yahweh, brought him forth out of Egypt.
Yep.
He have, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. And by the way, when in the other verse, when it says the horn of the unicorn, the horn represents strength and power also. So it ties in with that verse that I read before. So let me read that again. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 24 and verse 8. God, Yahweh power, brought him forth out of Egypt. he have, as it were, the strength of a unicorn,
Yeah.
or the horn of a unicorn.
Yeah.
He shall eat up the nations,
Yeah.
his enemies, Goyim,
Yeah.
Noah, and shall break their bones and pierce them through with his arrows.
Yeah, that shows to you that the northern tribe,
Were excellent
You know what I'm
at
saying?
shooting the arrows, and that's shown
They were
in,
warriors,
in
man.
Chronicles, I think, too, when they mentioned God.
Yeah.
They were excellent. Verse 9, he crouched, he lay down as a lion, and as a great lion, who shall stir him up?
that's Judah, man.
That's right.
That's Yahweh that.
Yahweh. Blessed
Yeah, what I'm
is
saying.
he that blesses thee, and cursed is he that curseth thee.
Right, so well, we wanted to edify the brother, but he seems to be busy. If you come back, we're gonna get back onto it.
That's
But
right.
you know, right now we have to carry on, man. We, doing what we do, man.
That's right.
So obviously we're the Hebrew Israelite, and we come in here week in and week out to beat them to the marriage, because
That's
the Most High
right.
is calling us to beat them to the marriage.
That's right.
All right. So we will give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wahab, Rakam, Wadash. Double honor to the apostle, Apostle Taha, Apostle
Khan.
Gabar,
Khan.
Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakar,
Khan.
all the great, elder who teach us and rule well. Okay, Shalom Wahab to the brother who teaching this truth, in sincerity. Shalom Wahab to all the Akyam and the few Akwafiam that we have who keep it real, keep it 100, and are expecting the coming back of Yahweh Shai
That's
to
right.
deliver us, because we tired of this kingdom,
That's right.
this fake kingdom.
That's right.
All right, we're tired of it, and we can't wait for the Most High to come and put the hammer down, man. That's what we're living for, man.
The Maccabee down.
All right, put the Maccabee down. That's what we're
good.
living for, man. All right, obviously. Next time we will. All right, yeah. Last time in the video that I made regarding the dark ages, I say that we're supposed to evangelize today, but I say instead of evangelizing, you go into the speckled bird, but it's not happening today, man. The speckled bird is going to be another time, maybe
That's
next
right.
week.
That's
Yahweh
right.
Ratazah.
That's right.
But right now we're going to have to speak about certain things, man.
Right.
Our sister needs to dress better.
That's right.
I mean, that beautiful and everything, but
That's right.
when a woman dress like that,
You're
all I
enticing
want to
people
do now
to sin.
is like it's a doggy style.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? That's all I want to do right now.
That's
The
right.
doggy style, and have it on my phone. And whenever this guy wants to play, I'll call her and then we go and play. But I won't take you seriously, because I know the same way I feel about you. Your next door neighbor feel about you. Your colleagues feel like that about you.
Everybody.
Because the way you dress.
Exactly.
We want to have you, we want to share you, man.
Exactly.
In London, a lot of women are being shared as we speak.
That's right.
in London, which is not good. So our sister need to do better, man. But obviously, that's the reason why we're in them streets, waking up our people. Obviously, they don't listen. But the thing about it, they're being mocked, though. They can't say that day when the Most High opened the book.
Whether they hear or
You know what I'm saying? They can't say that, we haven't heard these truths. So the prophet of old, the old energy is back.
That's right.
And speaking of energy, today I would like to speak of energy, man.
That's right.
I was having a conversation with, I put something on my status, my WhatsApp status. And a new brother that joined not long ago, my shop, I always knew that about him. Because one thing about me, I believe, that the discerning spirit is working through me. The discernment of spirit, the discernment, the gift of discernment of spirit is working through me.
That's right.
The reason why I know that, because a lot of the time I will see something, and then you will materialize, or there will be a confirmation to tell me that, what you saw were actually right.
Which is, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word shall be established.
And so the brother now, he's starting to write, he's starting to post certain things. I text him, I said, yo, you, man, I don't know what you say. He said something about, I don't know you, but I can feel your energy. And he said, that was status, and he said, that's why when you go around certain people, you feel drained, because you're in the midst of the wrong energy. I'm thinking, no, This brother got my gift, man. But that's been my problem.
Yeah, he does. He does. I confirm that too. He does.
And I told him, well,
and
you,
his
you
brother
just,
said it too.
Yeah, and I said that you just, right now, you're just quiet. Or you observe, you're very observing things. And you know, you pick up spirit, man. You know, and how I knew that, when that guy came, like he was drunk, right?
That's right.
Everybody knows what he's saying, but the way he's saying it,
that's right.
he's saying it like he knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, this brother, he knows something. Like, it's the same spirit that I'm having, you know?
That's right.
And what I'm feeling right now in the truth is that, you know, there's a lot of brother need to get rid of that old energy, man. And one of the old energy brother need to get rid of is gossiping, backbiting.
Yep.
Yeah? That is not a good spirit. That's a feminine. I mean, no,
that's right.
It's always the women who do that. The
That's
women are the one, when you go to work, when you go to your place of work, when you go to in family gatherings,
yeah.
it's the woman who always backbiting, always gossiping.
They're always gisting.
Right? Because honestly, the reason why I want to bring it out, you know, obviously the Bible says you shouldn't be offended. Let's read some scriptures.
That's right.
Let me find a scripture about that, man. Before we even, you know, go deeper into that. I don't want to be talking. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring scriptures.
That's right.
And then I can talk. Oh, the scrolls, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Scrolls, man.
You may have to go around the corner.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, you'll find out when they see, when they remove that yellow sign. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly right.
Matthew 11:6.
Okay.
Esau don't play
I
with
bet you
the
did. I bet you did.
Esau is a pimp as well,
Yeah,
you know.
he's a pimp.
He's a pimp, man. Esau loves him up and Esau is a freak too, right?
You never know.
Esau is a big freak. All right, Matthew 11:6.
You reckon round the corner, yeah?
Huh?
Round the corner?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right.
Check my microphone. Superbly fitted.
Esau is about that realm, man.
Wow.
That's how Esau can have that realm.
Yeah,
After that, it's over.
Yeah.
Esau is not
He's
spiritual,
living
man.
his best and his last
Yeah,
life.
man, you can say he was having a Jew.
Yeah.
They're the nice,
They are.
bro. They're sweet, man.
Well, that's the thing, because they would go with Esau, but they wouldn't go with the Jake.
Yeah, but
You see that?
you don't
That's
want to
the
go with
spirit.
them, man.
No, I know. I'm just showing you the spirit.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
So they might look nice, but then it's
Yeah.
like you eating some,
Foreign, strange fruit.
yeah, you eating some like, you know, some kind of bush fowl. Like
They're tough. Yeah, I know, right? No, but you know what? The bush fowl is actually the best one, you know.
No, not even go to a bush
We call them common fowl.
There's a certain fowl, yeah.
Yeah.
In French, we call it pentade. Yeah?
Okay.
Let me get it.
Okay.
Let me get it in English. Pentade.
The chicken that we eat here, that's a common chicken.
Oh,
Guinea fowl. Yeah.
I don't like guinea fowl because
Yeah.
it's not pleasant, man. I don't know how to explain it, but
I know exactly.
his food is, his flesh is dark,
Exactly.
and it doesn't come with the sweetness
Exactly.
that the chicken comes with.
Exactly.
I don't know how to explain it, but
No,
yeah,
I know.
Yeah. In West Africa, they eat guinea fowl as well. It's a little chicken, but me, I rarely eat the guinea fowl. I always go for chicken. So yeah, that tastes like that guinea fowl, man. Like me, I don't want that. But then Edomite, these are the problems. Then Edomite girl, man. They need to watch it because, like, seriously. But then among them is the speckled bird, like the one that we met and we saw last time. That's the speckled bird, man. I'll put the tracing with the fingers on that quick.
And the head wrap too.
The head wrap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because that spirit is Jake, man.
Yeah, no, without doubt. Without doubt.
We have to come to the point. When we do that lesson on speckled bird, we're going to really go down into the because we have to come, we really explain how spiritual you have to be these days, man.
That's right.
The days of just coming and being a Hebrew Israelite, and wearing fringes, those things are good. You have to be spiritual to get something. Anyway, let's read Matthew 11 and 6, man.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 6.
Bring
And
it
reads,
out.
and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
Right, blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. So this truth is the bitter, all right, and it's the sweet, as the Bible says. When you read Revelation 11, I believe, or 9 or something like that. It tells you about the bitter. Say, even Moses was telling, you know, Yarazakala, he was telling him, look, when you eat that, it will be sweet in your mouth, but then again, it will be sour in your belly. All right? It will be sour in your belly, man. This truth offends sometimes. But the most I say, blessed is he that is not offending in the house side. Meaning everything he has to bring as far as the truth, just take it as a man, man. You know, if you're a gossiper, just change your ways. All right? The Bible says all manner of sinners are forgiven, man.
That's right.
Except the one of the blasphemy.
That's right. That's right.
Of the Holy Spirit, man.
So that scripture that I just read, and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me, right? So there's a precept here, it's a kind of like a straightaway precept where it kind of makes sense. So this is Romans 9 and 32. So it's like it's answering the question, wherefore?
Right.
Because they sought it not by faith, but as it were by the works of the law,
Right.
for they stumbled at that stumbling stone.
Right, explain it, break it down.
Right, so basically, blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me, is a just Hebrew Israelite who is walking by the faith of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, and is perfecting the righteous acts, right? So in other words, he's trying to be complete. He's working on his faith, or he's built up his faith, and he's also working on the law, statutes, and commandments, right? And he is a person who loves the Lord, because the love of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
But if you love the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you want to keep the law. You wouldn't be
a good understanding of all those that keep his commandments. Right.
It's like you wouldn't be frustrated when the truth comes down.
No. And when you're reproved, you're only reproved because the Most High loves you, and he's either doing it by his chastisement, or he's doing it through another brother who will rebuke you with love, right? And that's just how it goes. So we cannot be offended at that, because that is the truth.
Read that one.
We'll highlight
No. That's 37.
Right. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 18. Verse 7. 7 and 8. Every counselor extolleth counsel.
Right, so when you're a counselor, what is a counselor in our case? A counselor is the truth teller. So when we go out there and we start speaking, we counsel people.
That's right.
When you see a woman that wear trousers, say, oh, sister, don't wear trousers.
That's right.
You know, but that's your counsel.
That's good counsel.
That's good counsel, man. So a man in the truth is a counselor.
That's right.
So read that part again.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 37, verse 7 and 8.
Bring that out.
Verse 7. Every counselor extolleth counsel.
Every counselor extolleth counsel, meaning every counselor loves counsel.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Yeah, go on.
But there is some that counseleth for himself.
So what it means, like, you go out and you preach the word.
That's right.
Don't do this, don't do that.
Right.
But when it comes to you now, you want to trim it down to how you want it.
It trimmeth thy ways. Don't trim
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, man. It's a man of the Lord. And this lesson talk about us. Okay? It's not talking about people outside of the temple. It's talking about us today. All right? So let's go.
Yeah, can I just add too? When it says counselor for himself, the truth is likened unto a two-edged sword.
Right.
So it cuts both ways.
Right.
So while you're cutting somebody,
Right.
you're getting cut.
So the same way, the same style you use to cut someone else,
That's right.
it should be the same that you use to cut yourself.
That's right.
Don't use a style to cut someone, and when it comes to you now,
You don't want
change
it.
it.
Yeah.
It don't work like that,
It don't
man.
work like that, man.
It don't work like that.
No.
You know?
Verse
You gotta
8.
be real, man.
That's right. Verse 8. Beware of a counselor
Beware of a counselor, yeah,
and know before what need he have.
and know before what need you have, yeah.
For he will counsel
Yeah.
for himself,
Yeah.
lest he cast the lot upon thee.
So basically, he will go and come in that because it goes different ways.
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But in that context, it means like, hey, you come out here like, me. Not to say that I'm proud, you know,
Yeah.
just to say me,
Yeah.
yeah. I come and I say, you know, don't do this, repent, you know, don't do that, you know, dress modestly as far as women, men keep your bed, you know, don't go and have sex with someone else's wife, but then me myself, when I do it and someone check me or whatever, I find
Bucking
excuses.
up, yeah.
I found excuses,
Exactly.
man.
There's a precept.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't
And that's
remember
what
the
it is, bro.
precept, but I can remember. I can paraphrase it. So basically, I think it was Yahushua talking about the Pharisees or the scribes and Pharisees,
Yeah,
and he said, when they say to do works, do it, but don't do as they do.
Yeah. It's like,
Right?
Yeah, I know what
You know the one, yeah? Yeah. Do the works that they say, because what they're saying is right, is correct, but don't do as they do.
Yeah. But at the same time, that's the Most High showing you that it's not even good to follow them, man. Because,
That's right.
like, what's the point of following someone that tells the truth, but in his life,
He's not
he doesn't
enacting
really showing. That's to me, it's that empty talk. You know, and as to the truth, we
No,
have
but-
to stop that, man.
Yeah, but listen to this, because the end of it, this is what it means. When it says, lest he cast the lot upon thee. Because he's casting the burden. It's not a burden, but he's casting a burden of the law on you. But he's not doing it.
That's what I'm saying. So
That's
he's telling you, okay, I'll give just
That's right.
in our context, the context of what we're doing right
That's
now.
right.
They would say, gossiping is not good, but he himself he gossips, man.
That's right.
Hey, me,
Figure it
I'll
out.
keep it real.
That's
I don't
right.
like gossipers,
That's
man.
right.
And one thing about me, like I say,
Yeah,
I feel
totally.
energy.
I don't like a
The problem that I have with me, I feel energy, man. Like I could be coming like that, and there's two brothers standing there. Yeah, I know when they say something about me.
That's right.
I know
That's
when
right.
they talk about me.
That's right.
I
That's
know
right.
it from 50 yards, just by looking at them. I know.
You
I
can
know,
walk into a room 2 minutes after they done finish talk about you and still feel the energy.
And I
You
know
can feel it.
because to your brothers as well, they don't understand that body language is a very powerful
That's
thing.
right.
Like
That's right.
you could be talking and that you're together, and you say something, and you look at the back of the because the most I got everything.
That's right, yeah, that's
so
right.
you look at the corner of your eyes.
That's
And
right.
you see them looking at each other
That's
and
right.
smirking.
That's
based
right.
on what you say. That means that they've been speaking. They usually drop the phone and talk about you.
That's right.
They're
They're
too
comfortable
about
doing
you.
it. Yeah.
And that needs to stop in this truth,
That's
man.
right.
The reason why there's a lot of schism in this truth because brothers are not really real with each
That's
other.
right.
They're not
That's
real
right.
with each other. That's why, we're weak, That's the reason why we're not seeing the power of Yahweh really working.
What's that scripture where it says, Judah morning, the gates thereof language? What's that scripture? Jeremiah 14. Right, so when it says Judah morning, there's a comma. So that means that what's put in there is not actually the sentence, it's something added to the sentence. When it says Judah is mourning, the gates that are language, the gates they're talking about is the hedge, the protection, the unity, the rulership, right? And what causes a break in the gates is what we're talking about now. What causes a schism is what we're talking
Well,
about
case in
now.
point, what happened to the mixed multitude or whatever they
That's
whatever
right. That's
They wasn't
right.
what they want, but only to destroy them after,
That's
man.
right.
Memory is not good. If you
Nah,
go to
yeah.
Matthew 18 and 15.
That's right. That's right.
I've got scripture on deck.
That's right.
We're gonna go.
That's
go
right.
with the spirit. Go to
Yeah, we're
Matthew,
dealing with the scriptures, man.
This is how you deal with the situation. So
That's
if you
right.
got a problem with a brother instead of like, you know, me if I have a problem, it's gonna be on the spot. Sometimes it's on the spot. If I'm not happy with what you do, you go out of line. I will check you on the spot, not because I hate you.
It's because you love.
That's because I want order. I want you to have order. Because one thing about us, we need to have order, man.
Yeah.
You know, some of us, the Most High will reject it because we don't have order, man. Simple as that.
And that's one of the curses, because most of us, I'll speak about myself, but included, most of us were raised in single parent families.
And that's the biggest
we're
problem.
lacking the masculine, alpha male
Right.
spirit of Yahweh Shai.
But even when you grow, some of them who grow up with that is part of the system, innit? So he's a feminine, so he's passing out
Exactly.
the vibe to his children. So
And that's another one of the curses, right? That means your hand will have no strength.
Yeah, men in Israel gossip a lot, man.
What's the other scripture that we brought out for Sabbath where it says the widows? And I was saying that widows doesn't just mean that your wife is dead, your husband is dead. Widow also means your husband have no strength, he's useless, powerless.
Right, that's what's happening.
That's a
all the
widow
time.
too.
So if you're in a household and you're the one that ruling your household.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I told you about that situation where
That's
this
right.
girl, she paid for everything. Now she's trying to monkey brown.
Right, exactly.
Monkey brand.
So her husband, because they are married, because they're cleaving together,
Yeah.
he's coming like she's a widow because he's coming
Yeah,
like
so
doing
now,
nothing.
her thing now, telling her, go and get some, these guys seem to be more of the men, so
Exactly.
go and get the energy.
That's right.
That's the reason why in the kingdom, the women should go for the strongest men.
What they usually do anyway.
But here, a woman in the mouth, you know, even
Yeah.
even if she's with you and you're not acting like a man, the time, the period of there's a period in the month where she really want it.
That's right.
She will find, most of the time it's at work or whatever, she will find
an alpha
someone
male,
that she
yeah.
thinks is an alpha male.
Or
to
it's
get
got the
her.
masculine
Yeah,
energy.
but that's what she needs, that energy.
right.
She needs that.
That's
so, gossiping, man, it's sad to see brother gossiping, man. How you gonna call, you gonna pick up the phone, all right, and then you gonna call the next brother, and you're gonna be talking about certain thing and laughing about it, talking about the brother, but then you're gonna come around the same brother and act like everything is good. How do you do that?
The funny thing is, the same phone call that you made to your friend to gossip, you should make that phone call to the brother that you have the order
That's the
with
spirit,
and
man.
deal with it,
That's
fam.
why we go into Matthew 18 and read it, man, all the way to maybe 17 or I don't know. Matthew 18, 15. It's not a good trait to have, man, as a prophet, man. If you got an issue, call me. Like, I'll give you an example. One guy I love, yeah, even though me and him, every time we meet, it's always a little, you know, it's Yeshaya, man.
Yeah,
Because when Yeshaya didn't like whatever
That's
he seen,
my
I was doing,
brother.
he called me. Now, we went to disagreement because of certain precept in the Bible. The way he broke, exactly. The way I broke it down and said that it's not like that. The way he broke it down, said no, it's not like that. But we spoke, right? And then when that thing happened on Saturday, when we he came and I said, yo, are we good? He was like, come on, bro. It's love.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that is love.
that brother is a warrior. I don't care what
right.
people say. He's handsome.
That's right.
Yeah. If he talks to you, if he talk on your back, you best know that he spoke to you already.
That's right. And let me tell you something.
I love it about him,
Let
man.
me tell you something about the brother. Yeah, the brother is real as real could be.
Yeah, he's too real.
And if he loves you,
no, he's too real to the point.
you're gonna know.
Like,
and if he don't love you, you're gonna know.
Yeah.
And that's all you can ask a man.
Yeah.
That's all you can.
And that's what we ask in Israel, man. It's like be real,
exactly.
man. Like me personally, I'm not gonna lie to you. My problem is the fact that I can feel your energy and I know you. Because what I do, I study people and I have to. That's me. I love the game to study. That's my
right.
little, you know.
That's kind of why.
So once I know you now, I may not like, to be honest with you, in this truth, I have to like, me in the word, what I do is, and sorry when I say me, it's not being pride. It's a way, that's how I speak sometimes, me. Like in French, there's a lot of me. You know, that's to say French people are proud. But they use a lot of me.
Yeah, but they are too. But they are because they got heart.
Yeah, they are.
Even the Edomites over there, they got more heart than the ones over
here.
So, you have to, exactly.
They're ready to die for
they got heart.
So what they believe in and for their rights. You know? And we see that with the yellow
Oh, when they had that, yeah.
I don't know, the yellow bees or yellow vests.
Yeah, the yellow vest. The yellow vest protest. That went on for nearly 2 years now. I think it's the COVID that blocked it, you know. And what's going on, man?
And I believe the COVID came at the right time to stop us. That energy was spreading because that thing spread. The thing about it is like, other nations see it, you know, and after a while, boom.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be like a
roller coaster, building momentum.
Exactly, you know,
it was building momentum.
They call it butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect.
You know what I'm saying? Come, it start here and it
the
goes.
wings of a butterfly causes a hurricane.
Exactly, and then
on the other
before
side
you know
of
it,
the
the whole
world.
world. So I think they kind of broke that, kind of breaking that, because with the COVID now, they're telling you have to stay home.
Which is why
You know what I
France locked down the capital.
Yeah.
Because they were the ones that locked down the
And
capital.
they had one of the hardest one, you know.
Yeah,
It's only
man.
now they came out of it, man.
I know.
Because when people go out, it's only recently that they came out.
That's
of the
right.
confinement.
That's right.
They had one of the hardest
Lockdowns, yeah.
Because the French people, they don't play, man.
No.
But anyway, so I was saying mainly because it's not that. But my point is this, like, me, I feel your energy, bro. I feel your, I know, sometimes the Most High will give me a dream. That's how bad it is, man. Before I left the Church of Yahweh, the Most High showed me I was going to leave, man. My dream are serious.
And let me tell you how real this brother is, yeah? Before me and him got together to come out here to preach, he told me that. He said, listen, let me tell you something, brother. I feel people's energy. So if you're around me,
Yeah.
just best you know that I'm going to know what's going on with you.
Yeah. The Most High showed me free. That's my problem. So sometimes I'll be with the brother, but I'm not following the brother because I know what's going on. But you see, it's the Most High do things for a reason. You got and also, even if I know something, I won't tell you that I can just come and say, bro, I think what you're doing is this and that. But after a while, I'm going to leave it like that. But then I'm going to take precaution.
You have to.
You know,
have to.
and that's the reason why, brother, as well, like people leave certain camps and leave that because so many things are going on. Either you go along, get along,
that's right,
or you cannot leave. But
and by the way, we're commanded not to do that because that would be interpreted as being lukewarm. So we're commanded to be either hot or cold, not lukewarm.
So I agreed that one, man. Matthew.
So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verses 15 to 18, you said?
Huh?
Verses 15.
All the way like, Matthew 18.
Yeah, 15 to, we're talking about brother. Just go all the way down. Alright, 15 to 18. 15 to...
Well, let's say 15 to 17.
15 to 17. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So, this is how we're supposed to move, and that's why this is how I want us to move in Yahweh's messenger.
That's right. That's right.
But remember, I always say this to the brothers, England. England is a very subtle. So for people who grew up here, they have a subtle spirit.
That's right.
About them.
That's right.
They can be sneaky.
That's right.
All gossiping going
That's
on.
right. That's
I've
right.
seen it everywhere I went.
That's right. That's right. That's
Black
right.
British.
That's right.
Well, Israel.
That's right. That's right.
The men in that. The women is expected.
Yeah.
But the men in that. So I'm saying let's change that because we can't go out there and be priests and warn the people if there's schism among ourselves.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's not good. Like even don't
it's actually very hypocritical.
Look, if you got a woman, don't speak bad of a brother to your woman. That's the worst thing you can ever do. If you got an issue with a brother, don't go. I did that once. But when I was Christian, I spoke to the lady about a brother that said, yo, this is what he do with it. That's not nice. Nah. But sometimes we do that. I do it. I did it, but I decided not to do it anymore. I won't put my strength to women. Pillow talk.
Right. That's
you see them pillow talk.
That's
The
right.
affairs of the camp to a woman.
That's right.
All right.
Well, you shouldn't pillow talk anything, really.
That's how niggas get killed.
When it says give thy strength to a woman, that's what it means.
That's how niggas get set up and everything because, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, you gotta be careful, Shikarian, man.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, in the middle of verse 15. I'll start again. Moreover, Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
So,
Verse
break that
16.
down, break that down.
Right, so basically what that means is, most times, if you deal directly with your brother with an issue, you can resolve it, and then the love is back again. Or that close feeling of brotherly love.
It doesn't mean you're going to argue. You will
That's
argue.
part of love.
All right, but that's two men talking.
Yeah, that's part
You
of
got
love.
you got egos involved.
That's right.
You will argue,
That's right.
but be
But resolve
professional.
it. Yeah.
Be mature, man.
That's right.
Yeah, talk about things. That's the
right.
only way, man. It's very, very important. Because what's the point of you going and gossiping on the ground the back? You can't do that, man. That's out of order, man. All right. You can't be going and talking about a brother for hours, but just speak the same energy you used to go and speak about him.
That's right.
Use it and call him and talk to him.
That's right. Because the
Yeah.
thing is too, we're commanded to love our brother as we love ourselves. That's number one. And number two, when you hate your brother, it's equivalent to murder. And that's
Speak.
right. So that's one of the things that Esau did. So let me demonstrate that now. Right. So Esau in Genesis, I think it's 27. I could be wrong, but I'll find it. Right. So what Esau did was he had a perpetual hatred for his brother, and we know the outcome of that. But let me get it. So we're in the book of Genesis, chapter 6, I think it is 27 and 27 and 36, and then I'll jump to 41. Verse 36. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob, which means Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, which is incorrect because he sold it for a plate of red pottage. And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing, which is incorrect also, because when you sold your birthright, you also sold your blessing. You demonite.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, so now I'm going to go jump to verse 41. So in verse 41 of Genesis chapter 27, it reads, and Esau, Ishashua, hated Jacob, Yaakov, because of the blessings wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, in his mind, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right? So what this hatred of a brother does is basically it leads one to a multitude of sins. But also it's equivalent to murder.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's equivalent to murder.
You become like a murderer, man.
Yeah. Because you're plotting these evil thoughts in your mind
Against his brother, man.
against your own brother.
You know what I'm saying? You're being an hypocrite. You know, you be with him, you're cool, but next minute you go and tell what you don't like about him to the next brother. And both of you be laughing that you got a code about a brother, like, you know. And me, I feel that, like, sometimes if it happens to me, it hasn't happened to me, but if it happens to me, I feel that, man. I know when brothers are conniving or are saying things about me. That's the easiest thing, man. Let me tell you something. There's brother, if you take the case of that brother, Mashak, he feels energy, so be careful how you treat the brother, because he will know, man.
That's right. That's
You will
right.
know.
That's right.
So that's what I said, be real brothers, man. In Israel, we have to be real, man. Because brothers, they know when we're hypocrite. Some brothers have that gift. Because what we do is spiritual. Most I give vision, he give, understanding, he give discerning of the spirit. This is, don't think because
They're all gifts of the spirit.
Jake been so long in Babylon that he doesn't believe really. Like if I say, for example, oh, God spoke to me. Somebody will say, no, God speaks to me like, but how does he speak to you? God speaks to people.
He speaks to people.
There's brothers that have the ability to hear what the Spirit says, man.
He even speaks to the Goyim.
Of course.
Right? Because that's the whole point of Numbers 23 and 24. He was speaking to a Goyim. Or through him anyway. And I think he spoke to Hagar too, or through his angel, but it was still a message from him.
Yeah, but he's in the left hand and the
And the right, exactly.
and the right. So he's for us now, the Holy Spirit is speaks to us. So you have to be careful how you behave, your pattern in this truth. Man.
That's right.
You gotta be careful. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so this is verse 16. So in verse 15, it's stated that if you talk to your brother and he listens to you, then you've gained back your brother, meaning the friendship and the brotherly love is intact.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't happen, in verse 16, but if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Right.
And I always quote this, by the way.
Yeah, so that's a way of doing things in Israel, man. That way, the mainly vibration come back on
That's
us,
right.
and we can rule, man.
Right.
You cannot rule being a gossiper. The Most High, and that's the reason why the Most High going to bring us to the wilderness, man.
Yeah. Because even in the military, right, if you have a traitor, you know what is a traitor? A traitor is a gossiper. A traitor is somebody that's talking.
A top. You know, a top is like it's sort of like a mouse.
Yeah. He's a rat.
He can
Yeah.
He can go under.
Oh, like a mole.
Yes.
A mole, yeah. We call it a mole
We
too.
call it a top in French.
Yeah, a mole, yeah.
A top in French is the spy, basically.
Yeah.
He goes into, and he's the one that is the mouthpiece
And he's
of the
trying,
organization.
yeah.
So he goes in, so he's among you, and then he
selling you
reveal everything that goes on in that organization to the adversary, or the next camp or to the enemy.
Well, here's the thing though. The thing is, nobody likes a traitor. So even the person that's benefiting from the traitor, ultimately is going to kill him.
Oh yeah, but it makes sense.
You're going to sell me out too.
It makes, because your nature is revealed.
Because you're a talk.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a talk fam.
They talk because,
Yeah.
like, even if you come and talk to me about brother all the time, I know what type of man you
That's
brother
right.
you are. Go,
That's
like,
right.
That means you can't confront.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Very important to confront.
You're bitch
as well.
made. That means you're bitch made. But I like your word, you're
He
talk.
said-
You're talk. So you heard it first.
He said
so
you're-
you always mess
He
with
said,
it. You're talk.
he said you're a bitch.
You're bitch made, bro.
You're a bitch mate.
Yeah, you're collabwa.
That's right.
Right. Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
And that's pride, man. So brothers, when the brother comes to you, please, like, be mature about it. Don't
Right.
come and try,
So-
to try to, it's if the brother comes and say, yo, brother, I think that what you do, you see. No, man, like, if you have to go in the word and try to explain it, but you can't buck up, because you're only
That's right.
destroying yourself,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
You're only destroying
That's
yourself.
right. So let me, because we spoke about 16, but there's a point I wanted to make.
Yeah,
So
go, man,
basically,
you can talk,
when two brothers have an ought, meaning they have a dispute or they're having some sort of issue, what it is, that issue itself creates a kind of a division. Just like with the relationship with us and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, our sin creates a division of that relationship, right? So the same principle. So what it is, if I have a division with my relationship with my beloved brother, when he's talking to me now, that resentment's still there.
And that's what creates schism.
That's exactly. So when two other brothers come, who I don't have that issue with, I'm more likely to listen to them. So this is where, right? This
What I
is
say is right, but it wasn't.
it is right, yeah. Right. So now, verse 17. Now, if after that he still doesn't want to listen, he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. So the church is the whole body. So our church.
But we got a situation now, like, even like, if you talk to your brother, he'll be like, yo, why do you tell my business to other brother? But that's how it's supposed to be.
But it's a stage.
I spoke to you. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go and tell. That's
That's
I spoke to you,
yeah.
and you don't want to listen. Then I have to bring brothers around so we can
That's
talk
right.
about it.
That's
but
right.
then that's what I'm saying. Look,
That's order. That's
look,
discipline.
Listen,
And
it's
that's a
easy.
commandment.
It's easy
Yeah.
to be a good speaker, to know precept,
Yeah.
easy, but
Yeah.
to actually
Apply it.
The trick back within as men of the Lord is that we
have
the
to
one we
practice
have
what
to
we
practice more than everyone
That's
else,
right.
man. You know,
That's absolutely
because
right.
you
That's
are
absolutely
judged not based on how many precepts or how you know how good you how good of a talker you are. No, you are based on actually your actions. How do you move in this truth?
Faith without words.
You know what I'm saying? If I say, yo, I do the work, and then every time you see me, you know, getting some prostitute, having sex with another prostitute, those girl.
Yeah.
Different girl all the time.
Yeah.
You know, at what point do I mortify my body? Because when you walk with the Most High, it will take time. You know, take time. He will work in you, and then it will give you a woman. But the woman that it will give you most of the time, you shouldn't have an issue around it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
It's going to
saying?
be a helpmeet. So a good woman is given to a righteous man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But don't have that mentality like we have to go abide with the rules. Like, oh, a woman, like I say, me, it's a woman has a man, whatever. They're gonna have to sort it out. Like,
That's right.
Know, like, he's gonna have to be the one saying, not her.
That's right. That's right.
So you see, you have to see. As a man, it's very hard task. It's harder than the civilian, not like the normal guy in the truth.
The issue with
frontliners.
The issue with a person that's in the truth is the more you know, because there was a time when I was in the truth, but I wasn't doing the work. Yeshaya will confirm what I'm saying, and even Ashan, Brother Ashan will affirm it. But what happened is, the more you know, the more you understand, and the more you realize the responsibility of having that knowledge.
It's a serious thing, man.
It's a serious thing.
It's a serious thing, man. Sometimes I realize that it's a serious thing, and then the Most High, something will happen, but if you force it, you're getting the truth back. And then also, that part about, like, you know, when a man comes to you and talk to you, don't think that he hates you or he's jealous of you or he doesn't want no. Actually, he wants your good.
That's right.
You're having this mentality so that you have to get rid of that. You're stealing the word. It's like if a brother comes, you see all the time with worldly people, and he tells you, oh, you're always with these brothers and the way that like, and then you take it offense. You know, but me, I come to the point where I know who to speak to about certain people. If I know you're going to buck up, what's the point of being crazy?
No point,
You know what I'm saying? Look, bucking up for the sake of bucking up. Yeah, so move on to that. Yeah, move on that.
Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, so now, listen to this. He rejected the brother that he had an altar with. So that's one rejection. He rejected the two other brothers, which make it three.
Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. That's what we do as well, you know. Hey, the Most High just manifested what we're talking about. Don't just be like a talker, like a preacher, but be a doer as well, man. You know, be about it, basically. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be about it, man. You gotta be about it. You gotta be about it, man. Yeah. Yeah, so we were on 17. Kawada for that, man.
Yeah.
Kawada. Yeah. We're talking about, you know, if a brother comes and sees you in the midst, you're always in the midst of worldly people and that. Like me, I don't have no worldly friends. Like, obviously, you can have worldly friends, but if some people are worldly, but they're good, like. But if they have, like, for example, why would I go amongst my brothers in the past that I used to get girls with? No.
You have to cut your tie. You have to multiply.
There's certain tie you have to cut, man. When you're in this truth, man.
Yep.
Be careful how you move, because the Most High will use that as a stumbling block at some point, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Be careful, man.
Be
careful.
circumspect.
Be circumspect, because you might think like, oh, I'm stronger. No. The Most High will use that because he's telling you to come out of it, but you don't want to come out. You know, your friend of the past, you need to be selective, man. You need to, you can't be running around the same brothers, man.
No.
You have to separate yourself. What about say, let's separate ourselves? What do you think it is? It's psychological, spiritual, as well as physical,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
But the most that even sometimes get rid of your woman sometimes. And you're not gonna get rid of your friends? You got rid of your woman, you're not gonna get rid of your friend. Does that make sense, bro?
It will. Because you know why there's a saying, and it's very true. Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are.
Ah, you spoke about energy. You spoke
That's
about energy.
right.
Energy jump on you.
That's right.
That's what the brother Mashak was like. Say, sometimes you around certain people and you feel drained.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
That's the wrong energy.
That's
so
right.
You shouldn't be that energy that kept you in sin. That was on certain brothers in the word. Why would you go back to that? But that's the depth of this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the depth of this truth. But,
That's
you know,
right.
hey, see if you can catch it, you know you catch it, man.
So yeah, so I'm on verse 17. So this is Matthew chapter 18 and verse 17.
Yeah.
And it reads, and if he shall neglect to hear them,
Right.
which I mentioned before,
Yeah.
the brother with the oath,
Right.
and then the two other witnesses is made free.
Right.
So he neglected to hear them,
Right.
tell it unto the church,
Right.
which is the called out assembly or the
Right.
full body of the brotherhood, right? Of the Akia.
Right.
But if he neglect to hear the church, which is the full body of the Akia, or Aqua, you don't hear them, right? Then let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
That's the depth of this truth, man. That's the depth of this truth, man. That's where it goes, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now let me-
That's how deep that thing goes, man.
Let me explain something.
That's the
here.
constitution. That's
Yeah,
what.
that's
this is how we
our
deal.
law. Yeah. Let me explain something here. Now, when it says publican, we know publicans in modern day terminology as somebody that has a pub and they're giving drinks and he's everybody's neighborhood friend. No, a publican is a tax collector. And I guarantee you, nobody wants to see when the tax collector comes. Nobody wants it. It's not a good thing, right?
Because you have to.
Because you have to pay, and sometimes you have to back pay too, right? So it's leave it there.
Yeah, leave it there.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
let's go to so 139 and 20, man. We go on read some scripture. We're gonna talk about it.
That's right.
We're gonna be in the spirit today,
That's
man.
right.
But it's about the spirit of gossiping.
Exactly.
All right. The spirit of gossiping is a cancer
It actually
among
is.
the brotherhood,
It
man.
actually is.
All right. It's a cancer, man. Being fake in this truth is a cancer, man.
139.
All right.
139. Yeah. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 139 and verse 20.
Yeah.
For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain.
And that one is not necessarily about Esau, you know.
Exactly.
Because we tend
Exactly.
to like everything about this truth. When he say as far as wickedness, oh, the wicked is Esau. No. Yes, he's the wicked in the spirit.
That's right.
But our people are wicked too.
That's right.
Hey,
Actually, our people sometimes are more wicked.
who went against the water? Saul,
Saul. Yep.
his own brother, man.
That's right.
All right,
That's
Israelite fellow brother.
And you know what? That's the perfect analogy. You know why? Because even through all of that, Dawada was only showing Saul love.
Yeah.
Right through.
Yeah.
And there was a time when he could have killed him when he was in the cave, and he just cut his fringes.
And also, exactly, and also it means
Yeah.
that even when you feel that brothers, there's certain brothers that are gossiping around you that are not real about it.
That's right.
That have that hold a certain feeling
That's right.
about you, but play the game.
That's right.
You shouldn't go hard on them or whatever. You should leave it to the Most High.
That's right.
Because that's your burden, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And also, we're commanded not to. I think it's a night and a day with hatred in your heart. So you're not supposed to go another day. Like if I'm angry today at something or someone, by tomorrow at the same time, I'm not supposed to harbor that anger. I'm supposed to release it. And the only way you can release anger when you're angry at someone is to talk to them and resolve it.
Right.
Ain't rocket science.
Yeah, rocket science. Speak to the brother,
That's
man.
right.
Right. So read that again.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 139 and verse 20. For they speak against thee
For they
wickedly,
speak against thee wickedly, man.
and thine enemies take thy name in vain.
Right. So they say, oh, we in the truth, we represent the Most High.
That's right.
But through the action,
That's right.
what did they do? They take the name.
In vain.
All right. So when you're not real, when you pick up the phone and speak about a brother to a next brother regularly, you're faking a funk, man. So in biblical terms, you're taking the name of the Most High name because who are you? You're an ambassador of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So if you do things that the Most High don't want us to do, you're using it, you're taking his name in vain, man. All right, so beware of that, man. Beware of you. Work on that. If you don't have the gut to confront people or tell them about what's going on, tell them. If you see a brother going left, brother, I think you go left. But in this day and age, if you're like that, you become the target.
That's right.
You know
But
what
the
I'm
thing is, if you don't, as Brother rightly said, if you don't have the heart or the ability to speak to a brother, then you go to step 2 and you call 2 other brothers and speak to him, because you personally can't do it. But it needs to be done in the way that the scripture says. So even if it's like you send a text, right, because you may feel like you can't talk to a brother wherever, you send a text, and then, you know, boom, boom, then you say, okay, let me go with 2 brothers, boom, boom. You follow the scriptures.
And it's sad that Matthew 18 and 15 sometimes it's not applied properly in the camp, because brothers can buck up against what you say. That might think that, or you don't want them to do this, or you're hating, low-key hating, or you're jealous,
or you're
that,
being overly righteous.
Yes, but you don't, or you're being judgmental, but you don't even know that you're actually, you know, trying to take away a future judgment that will come to them. But they haven't seen it yet. Right now they don't see it.
They're washing the blood of their hands.
But later in the movie, the same thing that you bucked up against when the brother came with good counsel.
Alright, let me show you something.
We'll play against you.
I'm going to show you something.
It will become a judgment.
I'm going to share something with you, right? So when me and my wife, this is even before we were married, when we split up, we got back together, we got married, and then we split up again. But the first time when we split up,
but you man, like, it's the same thing with me, bro. Like, we have the same pattern in life, bro.
So here's the thing,
this is something.
So when I found out, I was like the last to know. So when I did find out now, and my best friend, I was like, bruv, you wouldn't believe it. My guy was like, bruv, you know what, I knew you know, but I didn't know how to tell you, right? Then my brother, I knew, but I didn't know how to tell you. Then my sister-in-law. Do you know that hurt me even more? Because
that's what I'm saying, man.
Everybody knew,
and that's what they do.
That's
what they do.
I was so deep in love, like a sucker.
I don't care, man.
But it is what it is.
Listen, me, and I say me again, not as a proud guy, but you know, like I say, because friends we say me, moi. We say that a lot of times, so that's it's a bad habit, really. But you know, my point is this, yeah. If I see something, I will say, I don't care. And I lose. Actually, I'll give you an example. Like I say, don't get in between 2 people, men and women.
That's right.
Because when I reconcile, then you become the enemy. So the woman will get into the ear.
That's kind of why they don't want to say.
For me, I don't mind taking the loss. I don't mind losing a brother. So you know what I realize in my life is that things that people don't understand now, they will understand later.
Exactly.
Things that people don't appreciate now, they will appreciate later.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
The only difference though, they won't miss it because it won't be there anymore.
That's right. So let me just add. So what brother just said, now if somebody had told me before, I might have, like he said, distanced myself because I didn't want to hear it. But then when the truth come out, you know what? That same person that I distanced myself from is the one I'm going to have the most respect for. Because out of everybody that's around me, that's the one that was real.
Exactly.
Yeah? So this is what we're talking about, being real men.
But sometimes, that feeling don't take precedence like that.
Exactly.
After a while, after the lesson they learned that.
That's right.
You know what?
That's right.
I lost the real one.
That's right.
How many people do you know are real with you? Most people are fake with you, you know.
And let me tell you.
Don't get it twisted.
You know
most people are
the
fake.
real one? Let me tell you. My father-in-law. My father-in-law put me to sit down and told me. And then everybody started, and I was like, right. But it is what it is. Right? So what we have to do, we have to share our experiences if we can, so that the body will learn from it. Because it's pointless, I go through something, I go through something, and then you have to go through it. And nah, you ain't supposed to go through it. So what we're saying is,
man.
what we're saying is, what we're saying is, Achav, we need to be more circumspect. We need to, especially the brothers, because with the women is kind of in their nature. With the brothers, we need to stop this chatting, this backbiting. You know, we need to be men, because if we're Mashiachim or Hamashiachim, which is followers of Hamashiach, if we're going to be that, then he was an austere man. There was no guile found in his mouth.
And you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that Judah, man.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High will expose every word.
Exactly.
Each of our words will be exposed,
that's
man.
Right.
So whether
it be good or whether it be,
you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Everything doing it. That's why we have to fight against our sin.
And that's for children too, by the way.
No,
that's a precept I brought out once for Yashala brought out once, but it's in Proverbs 20. So even the children are going to be judged by the words. Yes, sir.
So we finished that one.
Yeah.
Now go to Jeremiah 5:23, man. Let's go off the spirit and let's talk about faith, man.
That's right.
That will edify the body, man. You know, we need to be edified more than anything. We need to learn how to be men, man.
That's right.
So let's learn how to be men. Because it's funny how, you know, you talk about a brother, but the brother, he knows that you're talking about him because he can feel a certain.
You feel the energy.
He feel and it's certain thing you say and certain.
Alright, I'm gonna validate that.
And being sarcastic, and the double talk sometimes and the way you say things. Listen, the gift of discerning is real.
It's very
so brother, as you speak, like they say, let people speak, you will know, because they have certain pattern. You will know the way they are by the way
or the body language while
woman, and you let the woman speak in the beginning so you will learn
peak game.
You will learn how to get her in the back. You know what I'm saying?
See what the sister fell over like that.
Yeah. She's a Hebrew girl. No?
I don't know, but wherever she was, I didn't like the way she felt, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought she was Hebrew girl.
I think she might be Ethiopian.
Well, you know,
but it's what it is. We have people there too. We do.
And this people girl is something else, man.
We do, fam. We do.
It's a serious stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to rush you like that.
Yeah. 23, yeah. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 23. And it reads, but this people have a revolting and a rebellious heart.
So these people have a revolting and a rebellious heart, man. And that's what happened with Jake, man.
That's right.
Jake one thing about Jake, they don't want to take good counseling.
No.
Even in this truth, they don't want to take counseling, man.
That's a form of pride and a form of ignorance.
That's Jake for you, man. That's the reason why we're in this condition, man.
It is.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Right.
Everything good?
A long time, I see you.
Yeah, I know, man, because I don't really like be in that. I'm not in that area. I mean, I live here, but I don't come here like I used to.
Who no man? Yeah, we're there.
Respect.
Respect. Yeah, so this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 23. But this people have a revolting and a rebellious heart.
Yeah, because to be a rebellious, sometimes you're smooth with it, man. There's brother in the truth, like when you tell them, they're like, yo, man, I don't care, man. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. No, it's not about what you believe.
It's what the word
It's about what the word say, man. All right, it's about what the word. That's where.
I'm being in the spirit.
But the Most High is testing us. The Most High is like, they come from the word. They have the demon. Now I want to change them with the word, man. And that's the real baptism. When people say, "Oh, you're being baptized in that," that's the people. There's people that there's people that are in the truth that are not fully baptized because they don't want to take. They accept certain things, but certain instruction that they still have that old demon in them, and it's about renewing the old man, right? It's about renewing the old man because when it's like that, your fruit are not really, your tree's not bearing like healthy fruit.
Good fruit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's always, even the bigger problem in that is like, if you're among such brothers as well, the spirit it tends to.
The leaven.
It's like, you know, like when you, that's my brother. Place. It's like you don't shine like you're supposed to because the problem is schism. like if we walk in, it's a black rain.
Right.
That black rain not gonna select one and say, okay, I'm gonna. No, it's the rain on
fall on you. Yeah.
That black rain fall on all of us.
Exactly. Yep.
So we do have to speak about these deep issues, man. Otherwise, we're just gonna be, brother, want to just go along and to get along.
We would just be fringe wearing niggas.
You know what I'm saying? We just want to be, and that's
niggas and fringe.
when you see the Mossad exposing certain things, right? What's happening with Sakari right now? Because there's been a lot of this situation happening, and one brother can see it, but he doesn't have the audacity, the strength to come and say, yo, brother, man, we need to talk about certain things. Because most of the time, I heard my mafioso guy say something. He said, never be the first one to bring judgment.
Exactly.
Because what happens is that the minute you fall, everyone will be on your case. They'll be throwing stone at you.
And this is where the precept, judge not lest he be judged.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah. But that's how you know that they take.
That's right.
But
exactly right.
That's how you know.
That's a Hebrewism.
Yeah, that's a Hebrewism.
That's right.
Because it's in us.
And they used to get lynched too, by the way.
Yeah, they used to. There's a guy on YouTube that was asking me if he's from Sicily.
Yeah, the Sicilians, yeah.
More than likely, your part.
That's right.
Then they bug that shaft from and say, that's a matter of like.
Always. And by the way, the Sicilians hate the Romans. They hate them, you know.
Exactly.
So through the spirit, they know.
So these deep issues have to be brought up to the table.
That's right.
Because otherwise, we're going to have this case of the Sakari, man. People are getting proud, getting ahead of themselves, we jump on them, they start saying the wrong thing, they go against the wrong people. Before you know it, they must have bring judgment.
Yahweh is the one that does that.
Yeah.
He did it to Saul.
Oh yeah.
And he did it to Pharaoh.
These are snares, man. So you have to watch, and
stay
accept,
meek, man.
Stay meek and also change. Don't be a nigger, man.
Yeah.
You were a friend, you preach the word, but you got the same friend that you had back in time. That's not good. You got the same mentality. It's not good, man. I'll be real, brothers, man. It's not good, man. It's not good. But that's the reason why sometimes certain spiritual things are not happy. Because how can you want to be spiritual? To be spiritual, do you think that what's his name? The Apostle Paul will have got a revelation that he got if he wasn't in Patmos or whatever island? He was left alone. He was cut out from all, and that's when.
That's right.
Because now you want to fast. Now you listen more. Now your spirit is ready to receive. Exactly. Now your antenna are clean.
That's right.
They're more powerful. They're more sharp.
And I'm sure he was fasting and meditating.
Obviously, and that's when the most. That's why you have to separate. For you to get spiritual. But if you're not spiritual, you will be get along together in the truth, man. You will have a high tolerance for sin. You won't have a zero tolerance for sin.
Exactly.
You always try to sugarcoat
a loophole. The gateway of language. That's also what it means. Yeah. It's going to be a breach.
Yeah. What does the Most I say in Romans 9 and 11? No. Amos 9 and 11. Let me read that. No, let me read that. Because we have to bear in mind this one. That's very important, man. Amos 9 and 11 says this, man.
It's funny because you was talking about the black rain. You know the next verse is talking about rain. Are you serious?
I can't make this up, man.
Wow.
So Amos 9 and 11 says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of the water that is falling. So right now, that's why we gossiping. We got that feminine energy on us as men, because the tabernacle of the water has fallen, man.
That's right.
So when the tabernacle of the water was out, this you're dealing with real men, real male energy,
man. Is it in Kings or Chronicles? One of them, when they talk about not just the water, but it's mighty men. When you read his mighty men, and the water was mighty.
When you allow that male energy to fall on them, but it's an energy.
Man.
When you fell on a group of people, the things change. So he said, and close up the breaches thereof. So that's what we're closing up, man.
That's right.
And gossiping and being feminine energy, hypocrisy, low-key hate and jealousy, and low-key politics. you know, like when you in your ears of brothers against a brother, when you put in the weight, you put it against each other, everything like that. That's weak, man.
And listen to this, yeah. As a brother rightly said, low-key hate and hypocrisy, but I'm going on the hate one, is actually worse than outright hate. You know why? Because we're commanded to be hot or cold.
Yeah.
So that low-key hate is in the middle hate.
Yeah, but the most I
That's
would respect
worse.
a brother that hates openly more
Yeah,
than
because you're gonna know. You say, all right, then let me stay away from that brother. But when you low-key, you're
Because he knew
thinking,
what
well,
it is. You know what I'm saying? So he says, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as the day of old. So we're getting back to the days of old.
That's
and
right.
also, let me read Deuteronomy 32 before you carry on.
that's right.
Because that's the reason why we're bringing these subjects, you know, on the open or in the open.
In the open.
In the open. It's because of this. This is where we are now right now. This is where we are now. You know? Say, remember the days of Deuteronomy 32 and 7. Remember the days of old.
That's right.
Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and they will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. And our elders and our fathers, you know, is the word, and also
And
the
the
elder,
prophets and
the
the
prophet
elders.
that, you know, came before us and who taught us this truth, man. All right? So that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. We coming back to the real men. And sometimes it's hurtful because obviously you're in this system, you're not totally a man, even though you're in the truth. But you gotta accept your manhood, man. Be a man, man. You know what I'm saying? Be a man. Yeah? Are you done with that?
Yeah.
Alright, let's look
I'm looking for precept.
okay, look for it. We got a few minutes, but I've got the battery in, so
Oh, yeah. Psalms 44 and 1. So this is the book of Psalms 44 and verse 1. We have heard with our ears, O God, Yahweh power. Our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days,
That's right.
in the times of old. Yeah? How thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand, and plantest them, how thou didst afflict the people and cast them out.
Right.
For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them.
So break that down, man.
Yeah, so basically, this is a psalm, and what it's explaining is basically a precept to what the brother said, where we listen we listen with our ears to the Most High, to what our fathers, our elders, our ancients, or the elders in the truth.
Right.
So I've got elders in the truth that are much younger than me, but they're still my elders. And this is just illustrating that we have to listen to them. So we have to listen to them. And also in verse 2, it mentions that the Most High drove out the heathens with his hand and planted them, put them where he wanted to put them, and how thou didst afflict the people, which is us, for our sins, and cast them out.
For the previous precept, read that again.
Yeah, so this is the book of Psalms 44 and verse 1. We have heard with our ears, O God, our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their day, in the times of old.
Right, so they did certain work, and they had a certain full pattern.
That's right.
And they have a certain custom. They have ways to do things.
That's right.
Now in captivity, we lost all of that.
That's right.
But the Most High is calling us back now. And that's why you have to listen to the elder, like you're saying. You can't be going against, when Sakari, when that guy Al-Azhar go against, and Sakari, GMS, the top. Man, you're gonna get yourself hurt, man, because the Most High gonna deal with you, man. You cannot go against your brothers, man. They laid it down for us, bro. They put their life on the line for us. You're gonna go against that. Come on, man. What that on you?
Actually, a lot, if not all of the breakdowns that we have now is as a result of those brothers.
Of course.
To be quite honest, let's be honest about it.
As far as spiritual growth, it's GMS top brothers, man. You couldn't have this, even the second birth thing.
Exactly,
man.
exactly.
All right, it's gonna go. The Ivory Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm Ashanti, so it's the same.
The same, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So we have to really, really get back to this old energy, man.
That's right.
And leave that, you know,
To the days of the times of old, and what our fathers told us in their day. Yeah.